So friends, you have already viewed my part 1 solution of WBPSC Assistant Engineer Civil 2014 exam. Now I am giving you the second part, the solution from question number 11. What it states that a triangular DRH due to a storm has a time base of 40 hours and a peak flow of 20 m3 per second occurring at 20 hours from the start. If the catchment area is 14.4 square kilometer, the rainfall axis in the storm was. Actually, this type of questions often comes. Now I have solved it. Okay, so here this is the triangle, the DRH triangle. So direct area of direct runoff hydrograph, okay, equals to total volume of rainfall axis. Okay, now here is T equal to 40 hours as given in the question paper, and Q discharge equal to 20 m3 per second. Okay, so half into 20 into 40 into 60 equal to catchment area into depth of rainfall axis. Now depth of rainfall axis equals to half into 20 into 40 into 60 into 60 by 14.4 into 10 to the power 6. So that is 0.1 meter. That means 10 centimeter. Okay. So option B is the correct answer. Now question number 12. If a 4-hour unit hydrograph on a certain basin has a peak ordinate of 80 m3 per second, the peak ordinate of a 2-hour unit hydrograph for the same basin will be. Now please listen carefully what I am saying. A 4-hour unit hydrograph is being reduced to 2-hour unit hydrograph. So 1 centimeter excess rainfall will occur in lesser period. So for the same basin, the peak ordinate of the unit hydrograph will decrease and the time base will also decrease. So the peak ordinate of 2-hour unit hydrograph will be greater than the peak discharge of 4-hour unit hydrograph. That means 80 m3 per second. Okay. So option B, greater than 80 m3 per second, is the correct option. Now question number 13. A cantilever beam of length L carries a point load at free end. The strain energy stored. This is the numerical question. Okay. So for this also I have solved it. Okay. Now please understand carefully. Please understand carefully that here I have given that the a cantilever beam is there. Okay. W load is acting and total length is L. Okay. Now Mx, that means moment at any distance, equals to the minus W into X. Now strain energy stored. Okay. Integration 0 to L m square by 2EI into dx, and putting the value of m equal to minus Wx, that will be W square x square by 2EI, and that it ultimately it ultimately gives a result as WL3 by 6EI. Okay. Okay. Let's proceed to question number 14. That a orifice meter is used to measure. Okay. Now I will tell you that orifice meter, venturi meter, mouthpiece, all are used to measure discharge in pipe. Only the pitot tube is used to measure velocity in pipe. Okay. Now question number 15. Minimum compressive strength of a burnt clay brick shall not be less than 8.4, 10, 12, 5 MPa. Now I am telling you that the minimum compressive strength of burnt clay bricks shall not be less than 5 MPa. 5 MPa. Okay. Now you should also know that the minimum compressive strength of first class brick should be 10.5 MPa and second class brick will be 7.5 MPa. Now come to question number 16. The rumble strip are preferred on main road as they. Now I am telling you rumble strip are used on the shoulder and the center line. Okay. Now I am first coming the shoulder rumble strips. So shoulder rumble strip are placed on the shoulder just beyond the length edge to warn drivers that they are entering a part of the roadway not intended for the roadway traffic use. Okay, now central line rampway strips are placed on the central line, okay, to warn the drivers that they are leaving their intended lanes of travel. So option A, incorporate changes in the pavement texture by artificial corrugation. That is the correct option. Okay. Now question number 17. A principal strain contains maximum shear stress, no shear stress, no normal stress, maximum normal stress, and minimum normal stress. Now I am telling you that you all know that in principal plane shear stress is always 0. Also, the maximum and minimum values of normal stress occur on the plane of 0 shear stress. The maximum and minimum stresses are called principal stresses, and the plane on which they act are called the principal plane. So, in my view, a principal plane contains no shear stress, option B, plus option D, maximum normal stress and minimum normal stress. Now let's proceed to question number 18. For a hypersonic flow, Mach number, this is wrong, Mach number not, this is Mach number. Mach number is more than 6. Okay. Now when the Mach number is less than unity, the flow is called as sonic flow. And when the Mach number is in between 1 to 6, okay, then it is called supersonic flow. Now proceed to question number 19. Coefficient of discharge in a nozzle is defined as the ratio of actual discharge by theoretical discharge. That means the ratio of the mass of flow rate at discharge end of the nozzle to that an ideal nozzle. Okay, so actually it is being calculated as CD equal to CV into CC. That means coefficient of velocity into coefficient of contraction give the value of coefficient of discharge. Okay, now proceed to question number 20. This is a numerical question. That the number of bricks required for 1 cubic meter of brickwork are. Okay, now you guys know I have solved it. Okay, as you all know that nominal size of brick is 190 into 190 into 9. Okay, that means they are all millimeter. And with mortar, this nominal size will be 20 millimeter into 20 millimeter into 10 millimeter. Okay, so number of bricks will be 1 in 1 MQ, that 1 by 0.2 into 0.2 into 0.1 equal to 500. So option C, 500 will be our right option. Now this is a cable numerical problem. Okay, this is a numerical problem from cable. A cable is carrying a load of W kN per meter of a horizontal span is stretched between support L meter apart. The supports are at the same level and central dip is H meter. The maximum tension in the cable will. So the vertical direction V equals to W L by 2 and the horizontal tension will be H equals to W L square by 8H. So maximum tension T max equal to root over of V square plus H square. That means resultant of V and H, which gives the expression as W L by 2 root over of 1 plus L by 4H whole square. Okay. Now proceed to question number 22. Okay. That is given that in a quadrilateral bearing system, a whole circuit bearing of 294 degree 30 minute can be expressed as. Okay. Now this is also a numerical question. So I have solved it just like this, and here I have drawn that this is the line P which has the quadrilateral bearing of, that means QCB, whole circuit bearing is 294 degree 30 minute. Okay, so this is the original diagram of P. Now the reduced bearing will be 360 degree minus 294 degree 30 minute. That means N 65 degree 30-minute west, because it is N and it is west. Okay, so the option will be B. Now the next question is 23, that the intensity of irrigation means. Okay, now I will tell you. The intensity of irrigation is the percentage of the cultivable common area proposed to be irrigated during either a crop season or during a year. The cropping intensity of irrigation can be more than 100%. Okay, so option A will be the correct answer. Now for question number 24, if L is the radius of transition curve and R is the radius of circular curve, then the shift of the curve is directly proportional to. Now we know that if L is the length of the transition curve and R is the radius of circular curve, then the shift of the curve S will be L square by 24R. So S is proportional to L square and S is proportional to 1 by R. So option B is the correct answer. Now proceed to question number 25. For a single reinforced beam, if the concrete reaches its maximum allowable stress earlier than steel, then the beam is known as. Okay. Now please listen carefully, that for a single reinforced beam, if the steel is provided in the beam in such a way that concrete reach the limiting values of strain prior to steel, then the breaking of concrete occurs. Okay, so that is, over reinforced section. In case of balanced section, the steel provided in the beam in such a way that both concrete and steel reach the limiting values, and in under reinforced case, steel collapses before the concrete. Okay, so in our case, as the question is asked, it is over reinforced beam. Now come to question number 26. If the time required for 50% consolidation of remolded sample of clay with single drainage is 1 minute, then the time required to consolidate the same sample of clay with same degree of consolidation with double drainage. Okay, now I have solved it. Okay, please see it carefully. That we know that the time factor is T50. Okay, that this T50 is the time factor for 50% consolidation. This is the coefficient of consolidation and this is the depth. Okay, now time required T50, small t50 equals to T50 into H square by CB. Now this is the most important thing, that for single drainage H equals to H. Okay, but for double drainage H equals to H by 2. First you should consider this, either it is single drainage or double drainage. Now for double drainage condition, T50 dash will be T50 into H by 2, as it is H by 2, so H by 2 square by CV, that will be 1 by 4 minute. Okay, so option A will be the answer. Okay, now come to question number 27. The phreatic line in an earth dam may be. Often this question is asked in many competitive exams. So please listen carefully. The top flow line of a structural saturated soil mass below which seepage takes place is called the phreatic line. This is the phreatic line definition. Okay. Now hydrostatic pressure acts below the phreatic line, whereas atmospheric pressure acts above the phreatic line. This line separates the saturated soil mass from an unsaturated soil mass. Okay, so in our case, for an earthen dam, the phreatic line approximately assumes the shape of a parabola. That means its shape is parabolic. Okay, that means option C is the correct. Now come to question number 28. In a liquid limit test, the moisture content at 10 blows was 70%, that at 100 blows was 20%. Then the liquid limit of the soil is, and these are the options. Now this is the solution that we know that the flow value IF equal to W1 minus W2 by log N2 by N1. These are the liquid limit at initial portion and the last portion in the last stage, and now this is the first blow and this is the second blow. Okay, so here putting all the values, we get that IF equals to 50. Now we know that the liquid limit equals to IF log N2 by 25 plus W2. That means 50 log 100 by 25 plus 20 equals to 50. Okay, so option B, 50% is the right answer. Let's proceed to question number 29. For a based symmetrical trapezoidal section of an open channel with a given area of section and side slope, which one of the following statement holds true? Okay, now I am telling you that for a symmetrical trapezoidal section to be based, it should be true criteria. Okay, there should be two criteria, that one of the sloping sides, that means the weighted length, equals to half of top width. You got my point? That one of the sloping sides should be half of the top width, and the second is that the hydraulic radius is half of depth of the flow. Okay, so here it is given that half of top width is equal to one side of the side slopes. It is the correct answer. You got my point? Okay, and I also am telling you that for a rectangular channel to be based, when the depth of the flow is half of the width and the hydraulic radius is half of the depth of flow. Okay, this is the extra information I am giving you. You should be remember it. Now come to question number 30. Okay, that a hydrograph is a plot of precipitation against time, direct runoff against time, stream flow against time, surface runoff against time. Now you all know that a hydrograph is a continuous plot of instantaneous discharge against time. It results from a combination of physiographic and meteorological condition in a watershed and represent the integrated effects of climate, hydrologic losses, surface runoff, interflow and groundwater flow. So it is a plot of stream flow against time. Okay, so option C is the correct option. So friends, this is my second video, part 2 of solution for WBPSC Assistant Engineer Civil 2014 exam. I think you all watch my previous video, part 1 of WBPSC Assistant Engineer Civil 2014 exam. So if you are enjoying my video, then please subscribe my channel and share it to your friends as much as is possible, so that all will be helped. Thank you and all the best for your future endeavor.